So the question from Jack from New York, he wants to clarify this matter of biological Jews and non-biological Jews. So Jack writes, he says that he's confused because he thought that Jew and Israel were spiritual states or desires, but now it sounds like you're talking about Jewishness as something biological. And he continues and he says, so even if a child is born of a Jewish mother, but he grows up with no point in the heart, how can we expect anything of them since they're not spiritually Jewish?
Right. You can't expect anything of them. But they will have to become spiritually Jewish. I'll explain. Here, I'm adding another slide here. Okay. Okay, how do I want to draw this? There's a pyramid. Underneath, you have the desire of the still. This is the pyramid of desires, okay? Then you have the vegetative. Sorry for my handwriting. The vegetative. And then animate. And finally speaking. Let's ignore the fifth level for a minute, okay? Let's say that the speaking is the spiritual level, okay? Within each of us, there are all of these levels, these four levels that I just drew. In each person, a different level is dominant. But in each person, all four levels exist. Today's Jews contain all those levels. Well, everybody contains those levels, but in maybe I want to explain it differently. Okay, I'll get into something that I didn't plan on getting into, but I don't have a choice, okay? How do you clear the page? Clear page. Beautiful. Okay, let's put it this way. Everything we see in our world is a manifestation of desires, as we explained, because initially all you have is a desire to bestow and a desire to receive. They build on themselves, they start uniting, they start creating atoms, they start creating molecules, start creating organisms that develop into plants, that develop into animals, that develop into people, that develop into spiritual people, people who perceive life's force. On every level of reality, these levels manifest, just as I drew in the pyramid. And they manifest in a way that reflects the spiritual structure. So Jews, in our world, in our physical world, the one that we perceive here, reflect the spiritual level of desires. Again, this is very subtle here, because it may be interpreted as if I'm saying the Jews are spiritual and the rest of the world is not. I'm not saying it. Kabbalistically speaking, nobody is spiritual. Spirituality means knowing the Creator, perceiving life's force, and living accordingly. And that doesn't exist anywhere. The idea is for everyone to have that level. Okay? But the reason why you have physical Jews, people who were born to a Jewish mother, is because those levels of desire exist. That's how reality is built. So as a result, human race also divides into nations and peoples, and the Jewish people too, which in our world reflect that level. So if you approach a Jew, or if you were born Jewish, then it means, in terms of the structure of the pyramid, that that person is in some unconscious, dormant way closer to uncovering that last level of desire. What happens is, as a result, going back to the pyramid, is that if Jews, yes, let's say that's here you have the Creator, which everyone must discover, okay? So everyone aspires, for the Creator. Everyone but the Jews. Everyone needs unity today. And Jews are not united. So they're the top of the pyramid. They're in the sense that they are the closest. They are the closest reflection of the quality of bestowal in our world. But they don't want to unite. So they're blocking the rest of humanity from perceiving the Creator. They're blocking humanity from finding the one solution that will put everything in order. And this is very important. It's not like everyone will become religious or Jewish. That's not the idea. The idea is for everyone to become mutually responsible for one another, caring for one another, loving one another, and thus discovering the Creator, the creative force of life. And the only ones stopping it, although unconsciously and inadvertently, are the Jews. And everybody senses it, unconsciously. So they're saying, I don't know what it is about Jews, but I can't stand them. Why? Because they're causing all their troubles in the world. But they're not. Look at them. What can they do? This guy's a businessman. This guy is a I don't know, he's a shopkeeper. Okay, so he's Jewish, but so what? Yes, but there's something about them. And people don't understand and can't express what it is. They can't articulate their angst, their anger at Jews. But this is it. It's like you have a bottle with pressure from inside, and the Jews are the lid that's stopping it from releasing the pressure. Everybody wants up to the Creator, and the Jews are in the way. We got to make the way. We got to unite and allow everyone to discover the Creator.
Let me just add to that a stat.